Have you ever thought, I should be way further ahead by now? That thought that keeps you up at night, that's wasted potential haunting you. But it's not hopeless. Every moment is a second chance. Regret only fades when we finally step up and live to our fullest potential, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I don't want you to let another day slip by. You don't have to stay stuck. You can take control. And here are 3 easy things you can do today to help yourself. Number 1, get your heart rate up. Right now, you're in a slump and your body isn't activated. Ever notice how when you're sitting around all day scrolling on your phone, you feel even more drained? That's because your energy is directly related to how much you use your body. Your body and brain are connected. If your body isn't active and applying itself, your mind won't either. So, the fastest way to shock yourself out of that state is to get your heart rate up. And don't just do this once, make it a habit. With this piece of advice, you'll always have a surefire way to get rid of that feeling of not wanting to do anything. Over time, you'll start rewiring your brain. Instead of getting stuck in the loop of overthinking and doing nothing, your instinct will be to act, and action is everything. Number 2, take deep, long breaths. Now this one is kind of personal, but please do yourself a favor and stop with those small, shallow breaths. Most people don't realize this, but the way you breathe affects how you behave. If you're always taking small little breaths, do you think you're going to feel powerful? Of course not. It's only when you fill up your lungs and take deep and steady breaths will you be able to feel different and better. Long, deep breaths tell your brain, I'm here, I'm okay, I'm in control. Think about it. When you're anxious or overwhelmed, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. Your body literally thinks you're in danger, so it speeds up your breathing. But the problem is, it's still erratic and uncontrolled. To feel alive and in the present, take deep, steady, full breaths. Don't overdo it. Just think of it like working your lungs. You'll think more clearly, you'll feel more present, you'll stop drowning in distractions and start focusing on what actually matters. Try this. Breathe in, feel your lungs expanding. Hold it for a second, then breathe it all out. Do it a few times, and you'll literally feel your mind settle. Your stress drops, your focus sharpens, and suddenly, those things you've been avoiding, they don't seem so impossible anymore. Breath is power. Control your breath, and you control your mind. Finally, but most importantly, find your purpose. Now this is the most important part, because let's be real, you can get your heart rate up, you can breathe all you want, but if you don't have a reason to push forward, you'll always fall back into the same loop. You may have heard about purpose several times now, but that's what forces you to be the best version of yourself, to have something you so deeply want to achieve that you'll do whatever it takes, spend all your waking hours on it, even sacrifice your sleep, because it's just that important. It's what separates the people who just float through life from the ones who actually live it. Think about it. How many people do you know who are just stuck in an endless loop? Wake up, work, scroll on their phone, sleep, repeat. No real direction, no real passion, just existing. That's not living. That's just waiting to die. Is that you? But with purpose. Every day feels like a step forward, like you're actually building something meaningful. Purpose is the fire that pushes you to be more, do more, and become more. And if you don't know what your purpose is yet, find it. Experiment, try things, do things, or at least learn about new things. Stimulating your mind with new information is a great way to help your mind open up. Pay attention to what excites you, what challenges you, and what makes you feel alive. Something that you can share with others. Because once you have that, everything changes. You stop feeling cynical. You stop letting time slip away. You start to find meaning. You act. And action is what separates the people who dream from the people who actually build something real. So here's the truth. I felt like this for a long time, but when I had no choice and was forced to act, I started changing and I started learning about myself and who I am. If you want to change, you have to make it happen. Start small. Get your heart rate up. Wake your body up. Breathe. Take control of your mind. And most importantly, find your purpose. Once you do that, you stop being the person who just fantasizes about change and become the person who actually makes it happen. That person you envision yourself becoming. You have 2 choices. Keep letting days pass by or take control. What's it gonna be? Drop a comment below. What's one small action you're taking today? Let's start now. Let's level up. And may all of us ascend to our potential.